next guest is on a mission to design a modern wardrobe for women to feel fearless, confident, and sexy in their everyday lives. And before he receives a Career Achievement Award from FGI Dallas and his Stanley Korshak trunk show, designer Joseph Altuzarra is here to share his story and, of course, his latest designs with us. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
I'm so glad to have you here. We are
so
talking about my favorite thing, fashion. So tell me, what sparked your interest? What told you I want to be a designer?
So I grew up in Paris. My dad is French.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And you know, fashion and Paris sort of go hand in hand. So I grew up just really loving it.
Yeah.
And I knew I wanted to be a designer really early on, and I feel really lucky and blessed to be doing what I love.
Yes, indeed. Well, it sounds like you were literally immersed into the culture of fashion. So describe your aesthetic for me, personally for yourself, but also what is reflected in your line.
I think, you know, Altuzarra as a brand is very personal, and a lot of the inspiration comes from who I am. So it's the sort of polish and sophistication of being French, and then also the ease and pragmatism of being American.
Yeah.
And so those two things kind of come together and became Altuzarra.
Very good. Okay, now are you building off of that mindset for every collection, or how does that work?
Yeah, it's very much like building, the idea of building a modern wardrobe for women. Like, how do women want to dress now? How do you provide clothes that are both emotional but also really work for
everyday life.
Busy life.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. It almost feels like quiet luxury in a sense, right? We're throwing on a nice outfit, but it's not like bam, bam, bam in
and
your
there's
face.
Like a timelessness too. You want something to live throughout someone's life, and that she never feels like it's, oh, I need to like put this away.
Exactly. Okay. Well, let's get into it. Let's have a little fashion show this morning, shall we? You brought 4 looks. Let's get into the first one. I'm obsessed with this jacket. So good. Tell me about this outfit.
Yeah, I mean, this look was very much inspired by this idea of like masculine and feminine, right? Like this kind of more masculine leather jacket, these sort of bigger proportions, but which we really tailored to the feminine form, and then these kind of flowy, drapey, slightly kind of 80s inspired pants. And there was something in that tension that I really loved that also just felt really chic and really relevant to how women are dressing now.
Yeah.
And obviously you can pair everything back to, like, you know, that jacket back to jeans, the pant back to like an easy sweater. I'm showing you like the most editorial version of the look, but this is kind of like, this was actually the first look in the show, so it really set the tone.
Oh my goodness, and it really does set the tone even here in the studio. But you know what, I like how you said all of the pieces can be universal. Very cute. All right, let's get a look at our next model. I'm into this like half side look. We've got a little thigh on the side too.
This is very indicative of kind of the sensuality that the brand kind of stands for, like really enhancing the body, really making pieces that make women feel sexy and have this sort of sense of like, you know, play and sensuality, but still feeling really chic. So it's really nipped at the waist. It has this really beautiful draping. We were looking at a lot of kind of 1950s couture dresses and sort of tried to remake them in a more modern way.
And I think you did just that. I think you hit the nail right on the head. Absolutely stunning. All right, let's get a look at our next model. We're bringing in a bit of florals into play.
Yeah, and florals that we did in a really surrealistic way. So the collection was inspired in part by surrealism, and I loved the idea that from far away it kind of just looks like a floral dress. But then when you get closer, you realize that all of those kind of floral elements are three-dimensional, that they're quite literally popping off of the dress, and that there's this sense that it's almost like peeling back in this really interesting three-dimensional way, which was a really big starting point for how we worked on this collection.
This dress is the definition of wearable art. I feel like you went back to surrealism, and I love this, and how you said that they almost peel off the dress. So beautiful. All right, let's get a look at our last model, because she is sparkling like the top of the Chrysler building.
Yeah, and we wanted to end on something that really felt festive and in the holiday spirit as we're sort of going into Thanksgiving and Christmas. And I love this dress because it's sequins, but it feels really light. You know, when you put it on your body, it really kind of molds to your shape. It has this really beautiful kind of cowl draping along the neck, which I always think is really feels really effortless and very feminine. One of my favorite looks.
Wow, wow. I mean, they're all such different looks, but they all come together absolutely stunning. Thank you so much. Okay, let's talk about it because, I mean, you've got fabulous design, so it should come with a fabulous award, right? And you're going to be getting one this weekend at FGI. What does that mean to you?
I mean, it was such an honor when I found out I was getting it, and it's an industry that moves so fast, and you're really going from show to show that when you have this moment to kind of take a breath and realize what we've all achieved as a team, it feels really celebratory and really special, honestly.
Yes, indeed. Well, congratulations
Thank you.
You are well deserving.
Thank you.
We're going to get one final look at our models this morning so you can get a last look at the collection. If you could, tell us where we can find it.
So, we are doing a trunk show at Stanley Korshak today. Please come by. I will help you find the perfect look for you. And then you can also go to altuzarra.com and see the whole collection.
Very good. Thank you so much. Appreciate you being here.
Thank you.